Hello everyone, I'm Claire Marie B and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be taking you through my November bullet journal setup. If you're looking for other inspiration of any other months or how to set up a bullet journal in general, then check out the other videos on my channel. So into the time-lapse video. This month, feel free to give me any suggestions on what you think I should be calling this, but I'm going to go with a leaf theme or botanicals. I've taken a really simple leaf design and I'm going to show you the whole video of building this up. I'm using 2 shades of a neutral tone, a beige sort of tone, and then also a blue as well. And they're in my trusty Tombow pens, but this would work just as well if you've got other pens such as Super Tips or something like that. That would work just as well as Tombows on this. I had the idea for this theme when I bought a set of stamps, which I'm going to use throughout this journal setup as well. I felt I wanted to do something that was in keeping with nature and incorporated the stamps and then this colour scheme. So there we go. I did toy with doing something more autumnal, but this just felt perfect and how I was feeling at this time of year. So I'll leave you with this time lapse and show you the build up of this page. I bought some cute new rulers this month. I felt like my other ruler, it was one that bends in half to make it more compact, but when I tried to draw my vertical lines in the journal, I would end up with a ridge. I'd forget about it, forget about the join, and a ridge would be there. So I thought I'd get some new cute rulers. So that's the blue ruler that you see today that I'm using. And here's one of the stamps I was talking about. As you can see, it's the moon cycle. There's a whole bunch of them in this set and I just really loved them. For the border this month I fancied something a little more ornate, so you'll see that border repeating throughout. And my trusty craft paper is back for my headers and throughout the journal a little bit. I do love using the craft paper in my journals. I'm trying something new with my lettering this month. That font is a little bit different for me. I really enjoyed using it. So I'm going to be creating my personal alphabet for that one so that I can bring that back in the future and maybe write with that a little more often. This month the quote just came to me, so I felt like that's what I wanted to do this month, and I put it into a build-up of boxes, as you can see, and utilised some of the stamps as well in this section, and then had a really nice simple quote. And that's my cover page done. So let's skip over onto my second spread, which has become my mission control or dashboard, if you will. I changed things up a little bit. This month I decided I didn't really need a calendar. As much as I love the little calendars, I haven't been using them, so I don't need the double spread, and I haven't missed them across the last couple of months when I didn't do it anymore. So I've decided to take that out. I may do a single calendar, the small calendar at some point, because I do find that that's useful, one of the quick reference calendars. So I may do something like that at some point. But on to my mission control. So this is where I put everything that I need to do for the month. So I have a monthly to-do list. I'll put my Instagram planner on there as well. That's the big long box on the right hand side that you can see. I've also started to incorporate a monthly focus, and there was a stamp in the set which was absolutely perfect for this. First of all, I'm using the floral stamp again, and I was so focused on getting it in the right place that I didn't pay enough attention to making sure I pressed down hard enough and that there was enough ink on there. I didn't want to go over it again because it would probably have done like a duplicate. It would have been too hard to match it up. So I decided to just draw over the sections that I hadn't quite got right with the stamp. I thought it'd be quite cute to show that stamp dropping from the title. So that's why I was so focused on getting it in the right place and not focused on the actual stamp execution. And that's the cute stamp that I was talking about, which is the monthly focus. So I just need to choose my monthly focus and then I'll be good to go. Now we're on to my habit spread. On the left hand side, I'm going to be doing my trackers for the month. I find these really useful, but I have been quite bad with them in this month and last month, and I really haven't been completing things properly. I do this more to remind myself to do those things rather than tracking something. So that's how I have my habits. So it's things like, am I drinking enough water, resting, closing my exercise ring, that sort of thing. But yeah, I've really let this go, and then I lose track of what I have done and haven't done. So I think I'm just a bit overwhelmed at the moment with too much to do, and I'm sure there's lots of people feeling like that as well. So November, I'm sure, will help me to get back on track, and when I am on track, I feel super organised and not so overwhelmed, regardless of how much I've got to do, because I really do feel in control of it. So there's definitely a little bit of a resetting that I need to do. And because of that, I'm not going to be doing my mood tracking again this month, and I'm doing a well-being tracker. So I think I called it mindfulness last month, which was maybe not quite the right phrase, but it's maybe more about self-care and well-being. As I say, it's things that me making time for certain things with me. I can tell I had a funny conversation with my mum the other day, because I said, I haven't been doing my bullet journal stuff, and mum said, oh, maybe you're a bit too busy at the moment. And what I realised with that on reflection is it's not about being too busy to do the bullet journal. It's that if I'm not spending the time being creative and doing my journal and doing future planning and things like that, that means I'm not taking enough time out of things, because that's where I find fun and enjoyment and hobby things. So that's a sign of me taking on too much, and probably the work-life balance not being quite as it's supposed to be. So luckily I have a bit of time off coming up soon, and I think that'll be really good for me to just take some chill time, reset, and yeah, take some time out for me. For my habit tracker page, I really wanted to repeat the leaf design that I had on the first page, on the cover page. So that's what I'm doing here, is building up that leaf design, and then I'll have the individual habit boxes that'll go over the top. My trusty craft paper is coming back out for that. I'm using, to stick this down, my glue tape, and as you can see, I make the stupid mistake. I do this every month when I'm using the glue tape. I put it on with the journal behind it. But as you can see, the tape comes off really easily when I do that. You just give it a bit of a rub and it's fine. On the wellbeing page, I'm putting some tick boxes so that I can check those off as I do those wellbeing things. And then I'm going to spend some time at the end of October thinking what it is that I want to put in there. And now we're on to the final spread. This is my memory spread, as always. I still get a lot of enjoyment out of this. I have no plans to change this up anytime soon in terms of taking away a memory spread. I may do something different starting next year. I saw some people who are doing on Instagram. Come and check out the bullet journal community, by the way. If you're not on there, it's really good. There's lots of inspiration on there, and there are some people on there who've been doing little boxes, all different size boxes across a spread, and then you fill those in, which allows you to do a little doodle or a word, or as you know, I do word of the day, which is what's going to be in this section. And again, that's got a bit lapse for me as well. So I'm thinking that maybe when we move into the new year, I might try something new with this spread. But for now, I still love tracking things like I am doing on here, like my word of the day, and then TV and movies. And then I fill all that blank space with lovely things, lovely memories of the month, and some pictures and things for the month as well. And here's my final flip through. Thank you so much for joining me today and watching my video. I really appreciate it. Please hit like and subscribe if you enjoy my videos, and you'll be notified of future content. Catch you in my next video. Bye.